So if we're being honest, there is no perfect way to start anything, right? So that's how I'm going to start this video right here. Today I want to talk about how self-sabotage was ruining my life and how discovering ways to break that self-sabotage has brought me to a place where I no longer look for a way out, but I look for a way in, right? My name is Miriam Saga. I'm a hypnotherapist. I do family constellations and coaching, right? Consciousness coaching. It's crazy how I kept on self-sabotaging this moment to sit down and really record a video, especially for YouTube. The reason why I was so scared is because I want to share my message, and I was scared that people were not going to receive my message or that no one was going to see my message. But after a lot of work that I've done around self-sabotage and conquering it through self-love, I understood that the only way through is through. So that's why I'm here today. So what is self-sabotage? Self-sabotage is behaviors or thought patterns that keep on coming on when you consciously want to do something, right? So for example, procrastination, perfectionism, and negative self-talk are some examples of how we self-sabotage. But in order to self-grow, you have to stop self-sabotaging. The reason why we engage in self-sabotage is because we either fear failure, we fear success. Yeah, as funny as that sounds, a lot of us are so petrified by success. We want to get there, but the idea of getting there petrifies us, right? So this comes from a self-low worth, right? We understand that there is 5 childhood wounds, and I think all of them lead to low self-worth, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like you don't deserve things. And that's why you keep on self-sabotaging yourself. We call it imposter syndrome. We call it, oh, there is too many coaches out there. Oh, there is too many hypnotherapists out there. Oh, there is too many fitness gurus out there. But the thing is that when you start living authentically and you understand that your power is in your authenticity, then you're really going to start living in authenticity. You're going to start embracing your uniqueness, right? Because that's what makes you you. The only path that you should be walking is yours. Stop thinking that, there is too many of whatever you do, because people are not buying whatever you do or whatever you sell. People are buying you. When you understand that when you connect to a higher purpose and you do it from love, you do it from understanding that the reason why you want to, for example, the reason why I want to share my message is because I want the world to be more conscious. I want parents to be more conscious. I want teenagers to grow up feeling safe, because I did not feel safe when I grew up. I did not feel safe outside my house. Why? Because I was really getting bullied and I was not getting the tools in order for me to, counteract that bullying, right? And yeah, I'm focusing right now on giving my kids the tools in order for them to understand that their lessons are going to keep on coming, that they have to go through whatever life is going to throw at them. But I want to give them a really good toolbox in order for them to understand that they don't have to go through it alone, 1. And number 2, that their power lies in them. That their power is within. That no one can control their confidence, and no one can control their self-love. That no one owns their confidence, and no one owns their self-love. The faster we understand this, the faster we get to where we want to be, right? So yeah, the root cause of self-sabotage comes from like a subconscious place. We're not consciously saying, oh, I want to sabotage myself. No, this comes from, like I said, our childhood wounds. There is emotional triggers, there is traumas and experiences, and also how we define failure and success, right? When we understand that failure really doesn't exist, it's just an opportunity to try again and for you to keep on growing even more, then we start understanding that, yeah, we might have failed in the past, but that's in the past. And if we want to keep on self-sabotaging ourselves to keep on failing, right, it can be an option, but I really hope it doesn't keep on being your option. When we're looking to break these cycles, right? When we're looking to break these cycles are caused by emotional triggers, by past experiences, and by subconscious self-sabotaging cycles. We really have to practice self-awareness. How we practice self-awareness? Self-discovery. The more that you know yourself, the deeper that you know yourself, the less you're gonna self-sabotage, the less you're gonna keep on feeling like you're an imposter in your own life. Self-compassion, right? Overcoming that inner critic and replacing negative self-talk with kindness. I know that's easier said than done, but the more that you keep doing like these positive affirmations, the more that you keep rewiring your behaviors, right? That's another one, rewiring your behaviors. How do we rewire our behaviors? How do we rewire our beliefs? The way we rewire our beliefs, it's by practicing positive affirmation, hypnotherapy, meditations. There is plenty of ways to do this, right? Setting realistic goals. Don't say, okay, I'm gonna make a one YouTube video and this YouTube video is gonna go super viral. That's a possibility, yeah, that's a possibility. But when you look at numbers, you have to be realistic. You have to understand that nothing is, you have to understand that in order for you to get something out of something, you have to put in the effort. And accountability. When you find people that can hold you accountable to do the meditations, to keep on going to the gym, to keep on doing your yoga, to keep on a very good way that you can find self-awareness is through journaling, mindfulness. I've been waking up at 5 every morning and I've been meditating, and the first person and the first date and the first meeting I have during the day is with myself, and that has truly changed my life. And the reason for this is because it's a moment of stillness, a moment of quiet, a moment of where I'm not Miriam the wife, I'm not Miriam the mom, I'm not Miriam the daughter, I'm not Miriam the sister, I'm not Miriam the coach. I'm simply Miriam, and I connect to the higher self, to the highest self of whoever I want to be, right? And I start, connecting with her. What kind of habits does she have in order for me to start changing into my life? What behaviors are acceptable and unacceptable to her? And the more I connect to her, the more I can see a change in my current life. Why? Because I am connecting to something greater than I am right now. I'm connecting to a higher purpose. And that's very important. When we have a purpose, when we do things with a purpose, everything changes. The reason everything changes is because purpose, it's connecting to something bigger than yourself, connecting to something that just feels much more, it feels much bigger. Practicing self-love is key to stop self-sabotaging. The more that you love yourself, the more that you understand that self-love is the first kind of love that you need to have, right? Look at yourself in the mirror. The first time I did this, I was petrified. I was going to a coach, which I love, right? And he told me, you're gonna stand up in front of the mirror and you're just gonna look at yourself. I gotta be honest, the first day I looked at myself, I was petrified. I did not know why I was shaking so much. And the reason why I was shaking so much is because I hadn't really looked at myself like that, I think, since I was a kid. We get so lost in what society thinks of us, in what people are gonna say, in what people think of how I look in my body, how I should act, who I should be, right? That we get so lost in the moment. But when we understand that behavior is no longer acceptable in our lives, so yeah, I really hope you stop self-sabotaging and you start practicing self-love, right? Remember, the way to break the cycle is self-awareness, start journaling, be more mindful, be more present, self-compassion, overcome that inner critic and change it for something better. Our inner critic is usually the voice of our parents saying that we cannot do, we are not good enough, we don't deserve enough. I don't necessarily say these things aloud, but it's the messages that we perceive when we're kids. Setting realistic goals, having someone to hold you accountable, in order for you to start practicing that accountability with yourself as well, and rewiring our beliefs. Rewiring our beliefs and starting to understand that self-love is really key for this. If you like this video, follow along. I'm gonna share more videos like this. If you wanna comment what self-sabotage behavior have you noticed, or what self-sabotage cycle breaking thing you practice, it would be great. If you have more tips to share with the community, that also would be great. I'm gonna be sharing a video of a little guided meditation to stop self-sabotaging in the next couple of days. So follow along. I'm really happy to be here. Once again, my name is Miriam Saga, and thank you for listening to me.